Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Wednesday, November 12th, and now we're kind of holding on to our gains, but barely. This morning we said that buy early weakness, looking to get some movement to the upside, and so far it's just been doldrums after that, and kind of hard move to the downside now. Overall, it's kind of a mixed bag because some stocks are doing pretty good, otherwise I'm absolutely getting creamed. So it is a pretty interesting dynamic going on right now, I had to say. So I would just say take a look at this and say, see how far these guys are willing to go with it. At this point, it's anyone's guess. So okay, hang on, I'm doing this. So starting off right now, looking a little bit of strength in end period last half hour, but I would say so far we have been in a pretty good spot to take this higher, but today has been one of those days where it's just been a knockdown, drag out, doldrums kind of dynamic. So not much to hang in our hats today to be certain, but we'll see if they maybe get a little bit of a lift here going into the last half hour. Right now we got a little bit of a retracement here from that little bit of a move to the upside. So we'll see if that turns into something or not. But at this point, it looks to me like we have a potential little retracement. Look at a pretty violent thing going on right now. See if we can see how far they're going to run this one here. Nice move to the upside, running the table if you wish. Pretty rough. But anyway, so at this point, it depends on where they end up closing. If they close above this 68.80s, I will just stay on the long side at least temporarily, see how far they're going to take it. But if they can't do that, then we'll just be back range bound and see how far they want to take this. So. It feels very much like these guys are going to try to run it to take it higher, at least to run the stops outside the obvious here. We'll see if they can manage to do that or not. But it feels very much like a pretty good move to the pretty good run to the upside. So starting off range bound, let's see how far they can take it on this one or not. But at this point, just going to stay range bound, biases to the upside. Let's see if they can close above that 68.80. If so, we're going to start on the long side of the market. If not, we're just going to be flat out range bound on this guy. So that's kind of where we are on this thing. Let's see how far they're going to take it. So that's the ES. Looking at the Nasdaq and the bonds, I had no trace on the ES today. Today I had this debacle thing going on the bond. You saw that thing, and that was pretty violent. So they ran it up here. They just ran the stops outside the obvious, and here we go. So pretty rough run here to the upside. And bond market just kind of range bound. Just a quick one on that one. Not much going on there. Haven't tried to trade that today. Nasdaq though, pretty good. Look at this rally here. That was like a brutal thing. If you try to get short here against that 26,600, they ran it right against you, freaking 50 points or then some. So right up here, up to resistance, stalled. Let's see where they can go from here. But looks pretty rough to me. So we'll see if they can make something out of it or not. But pretty good move to the upside. Let's see where they're going to go from here. If they can close above this area, I said earlier on this 650, I would probably be more inclined to look for a move to the upside, start on the long side. But at this point, this could still be a reverse retest. We'll see if they can take this higher or not. But if we get some bargain hunt going on here, we may have a good shot to take this higher. We'll see how good it's going to get, how bad or how good it's going to get. We'll find out in short order. But that's kind of where we are. So pretty good move to the upside on the Nasdaq right now, but as you see, right into resistance, and then let's see if they going to try to run it higher from here. If they close above that 650, we're going to stay on the long side. Otherwise, I'm just going to start off range bound on the Nasdaq. So that's kind of where we are on that one. Okay, so that was Nasdaq. Let's see what happens on the oil and gold. So I had a few trades. I had 11 run turns on the Nasdaq, but not much to show for it because these guys absolutely creamed the crap out of me for earlier on here, and that was brutal and not fun at all. But it's kind of what happens not sometimes, and you just have to be aware of it and try to do the best you can. But if it's going to be if you're not going to be on the right side of it, you kind of have to just do the best you can. And so far, I managed to get back to 94, and I stalled there. And I figured I had a great trade, got a good $250 back on that $350 loser. And I figured I'm not going to be cuter than that about it. So that's kind of what I did. And so I'm sitting on the sideline now. So 94, done 94 on the Nasdaq right now. But as I said, depends on what side of the edge they close here. We'll see what's going to happen on it. On the oil and gold. On oil and gold, we're just going to stay. On gold, just kind of run out of gas. You had one trade earlier on. That was a short against the scalp earlier on, and that didn't go anywhere. Um, so on gold, I had a. I mean, I was going to show you that real quick here. I'm showing gold, aren't I? Let's see. Yeah, I'm showing gold. Let's see how that's going to go. Let's see. Here's your trade. It's retest failure at resistance, so a pretty good spot to get long against. But so far, and not much to show. They just kind of high ticked me and then kind of ran it lower. So today has been one of those days. I keep getting high ticked and low ticked, and it's just been brutal. So I don't much to say about it. I just kind of had to kind of go pour myself a cocktail or something. Hope it doesn't get uglier. It's been pretty brutal. So I would just say. I would just stay range bound biases to the upside still, and I'll leave it at that. On oil, nice move to the downside on oil. I took a trade on oil earlier on as well. That was the one right there. Earlier on, took a short, got out of it, moved my stop to aggressive, got stopped. I just $5 on that one, so not much to say about that one. But it's been a steady grind to the downside on that one. So nice move, and so far, it's been a pretty good move to the downside. So we're down in the 58 range. A nice move on oil. We'll take it anytime, but stay on the short side on oil, at least going into the overnight. And see how far it can take it. Sometimes you get this move to the on day side, you're going to get a potential retracement. So you're going to watch for that one. It's going to be an edge here at the 58.70s. If that comes out, I would be more inclined to look for a potential retracement trade on oil. But so that's oil. Gold, just range bounds, keep the bias to the upside, up at 4,200. They're definitely a big move. Look at capital flow on gold, it's just absolutely moving higher. So that is pretty crazy. So they're definitely taking out this volume edge at the 48.65s and then just up here in a spot where they can take this higher. So take gold from the long side, oil from the short side, at least to get started, and let's see what's going to happen with it. All right, so that's where we are. So we had just a big FU kind of move going on here, right? That in this end period, a big move to the, you see they're running right up here, they reverse it right back down, and let's see what's going to happen from here now. Anyone's guess. They're right back to the middle again, but that was a move and a half, pretty brutal. So not much you can do about that one. Alrighty, guys. So back to the ES, and I'm back to the ES right now. Yes, maybe. Yeah, I'm back to the ES, and you can see how brutal that move is. It's absolutely run right up, straight back down. Nasdaq is even worse. Big move to the upside, just shake anyone out there. So shouldn't be trading in this kind of range. It's just too sloppy. So we'll see what happens. But at this point, ES and Nasdaq, both of them I'm range bound right now. We'll see where they end up closing. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. And I'll see you back bright and early in the morning. We'll go at this again. All right, guys, later.